Sorry, Haley, I made a mistake. Haley, you ready to come back? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
We're now going to send it over to our play-by-play announcer, Blaze Rogers.
Go, Blaze.
Hello, folks. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in on Tommy TV. We are live at the Dolph Stanley Court as Taylorville is ready to face off against the Limestone Rockets. Taylorville is currently exiting and getting ready to warm up. The expected lineup for today is Clark Durbin, Drake Howard, Baron Odom, Malik Pierce, and Brock Brown. Brock Brown and Drake Howard have both been fantastic, being the top 2 scorers during this tournament for Taylorville. Brock Brown being number 1, Drake Howard being number 2. And if Limestone wants any chance of winning this game, they need to stop those two, because they are a 2-man wrecking crew. They have both been fantastic the entire year. Even just excluding this tournament, they've both been fantastic. Seeing Limestone, they have a couple guys who are pretty tall, standing at 6'4", and they have a lot of guys who are 6'1" or higher, with 7 compared to Taylorville's 5. But earlier today, Taylorville went up against Sterling and lost by 21, 62-41. And yesterday, Limestone went up against Sterling, and they lost by 6, 70-64. Taylorville has their hands full against a team that put up a very good fight against arguably the best team in this entire tournament. If Taylorville wants to win, they need to shut down their top. They need to shut down their top scorers, similar with Limestone. Another thing that Taylorville needs to do is play aggressive defensively and offensively. Shoot the threes when you can get them, but don't be scared to take the 2s. And Limestone, very similar thing. Get your 2s when you can, get your 3s when you can. In a little here, they will call out our starting lineups, and we will be ready to go in 50 seconds.
Let's meet the starting lineups first for the visitors, the Rockets of Limestone High School. At one forward, a 6'4" senior, number 33, Alec Williams. At the other forward, a 6'4" junior, number 44, Jalen Cahoe. At a guard, a 5'9" junior, number 4, Preston Quinn. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 12, Logan Sprout. And at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 32, Bryce Chapman. The Rockets are coached by Willie Coleman. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Taylorville Tornadoes. At one forward, a 6'4" senior, number 15, Baron Odom. At the other forward, a 6'5" freshman, number 44, Brock Brown. At a guard, a 6' junior, number 23, Malik Pierce. At guard, a 6' senior, number 2, Clark Durbin. And at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 4, Drake Howard. Tornadoes are coached by Ryan Brown, assisted by Doug Bosher, Brent Michael, Jordan Jackson Castleman, Mike Avera. Officials for this contest are Marcus Butler, Kevin Grigg, and Mike Bell.
Baron Odom of Taylorville and Cal to tip off. Limestone gets it, my fault. And Queen getting surrounded. Aggressive defense by the Tornadoes. Finds Williams in the middle. Williams finds Chow inside. Goes back outside to Queen. Queen finds 33 in the middle, or 32, my fault. I'm so down. 30, Chapman, back out to Queen. Now, Chow in the middle, shoots a long 3, doesn't get it, and Malik Pierce, it gets in his hands and bounced back out, but eventually he does get it back. Pierce knocks it out to Brown, gets stolen, his pass gets stolen, and Alec Williams with a layup 2, a very easy 2 there, and now Howard will take it out, getting covered, some tight coverage there by Limestone. Howard finds Pierce on the right-hand side. Then he'll find Odom in the middle. Then he'll find, he found Brown, but Brown ended up stepping out. So it'll be back to Limestone. Taylorville was moving well, and then Brock Brown's foot was just a little bit, never mind. It ended up being on the other team. Brock Brown shoots a 3, rebounded by Limestone, and Queen will pass it to Chapman, and then he'll find Sprout on the inside, then they'll toss it back out to Chapman. Then he'll find Queen at half court. Now he's looking around, finds Sprout, and then he'll find Chapman in the corner, and he'll just pass it back out to Sprout, and then he'll go across the court to Queen. He'll get Chapman in the corner. Chapman, another cross-court pass. He'll go for 2, doesn't get it. Brock Brown recovers, and now he's moving back down the court. Brown stops, looking, almost gets stolen, and now he'll go inside, back out to Baron Odom, and then Odom will find Pierce in the middle. Pierce looking around, passes it back out to Howard. Howard driving up, shoots 2, gets sort of rejected, but it will remain Taylorville's ball. I thought they would have given him 2 there, but I guess not. Howard to inbound it, finds Brock Brown in the corner, then he'll pass it to Baron Odom. Finds Clark Durbin in the middle. He'll go up for an easy 2 points and tying the game back up. Durbin tips it, but it does go into the hands of Queen. Queen finds Chapman, and Chapman will get to Williams, and it gets stolen by Brown. And Brown tries to do a long pass to Clark Durbin and just overshoots him, sails out of bounds, and it will go back to Limestone. Yeah, that play had so much development, had so much potential, and it just didn't go out, and Limestone will call a timeout. Taylorville could have taken the lead there, but Brock Brown just barely overshot Clark Durbin. Would have worked so well. Next time that happens, let's hope Clark Durbin either gets really long or Brock Brown throws a perfect dime across the court. Out of the timeout, it will be Sprout to inbound the ball. Durbin to go up and play some aggressive defense on Chapman, but won't be enough because it'll go into Chapman and he'll pass it back out to Sprout. Sprout getting stopped and then finds Chapman on the other side, goes to Queen, and then now to Cow in the paint, shoots 2, gets it. Now Howard looking around, gets around Chapman, spins past him. They don't try to get it to Brock Brown, but it gets swatted, and now Cow goes up 2, it's good, and now Howard to drive it again. Drake Howard, some tight coverage. Oh, gets stolen, but back into Brock Brown's hands. Now to Odom. Odom to Howard. Howard goes up. He gets 2. Now Sprout with the ball. Clark Durbin doing the splits midair to try to swat it, but doesn't. Chapman passes it out to Sprout, half court, finds 33, and then out to Queen in the corner. Then back to Williams, and then to Sprout, and now it's just going all over. Clark Durbin moving all across the court. He finds Williams in the middle. He'll go up for a 2, doesn't get it, and they're gonna call a foul, I think, on Brock Brown. That's team's first and his first, and Williams will shoot for 3. Taylorville fans screaming screaming to try to throw him off. It does not work, and his first free throw is up and good. Some communication there with Sprout telling Chapman to move back as Williams gets set for his second shot, and it's also good. 4-8 with 3:55 left. Pierce gets it, finds Durbin in the middle, and now Durbin gets stolen by Queen, and Queen gets surrounded but finds Sprout, and then he'll pass it out to Chapman. And now a loud screaming. I can't pay attention. Sprout shoots 3. Oh, a beautiful shot there by Sprout. And now Drake Howard tosses it back to Brock Brown. And now Brock Brown shoots it to Howard. Howard, a deep 3 there by Drake Howard. And now Limestone with the ball back. Sprout gets it inside to Williams. And now Williams to Queen. Queen to Coe in the paint, and he'll toss it back out to Chapman, then the Sprout, then the Queen again in the corner. Williams shoots it, but gets recovered by Brock Brown, and Brock Brown does a spin and falls to the ground. and that was, I don't know if that was a flop or he was being legit, but it kind of felt a little excessive there, but whatever. Yep, that'll go on number 44, Jalen Cow. I really hope I'm not mispronouncing his name. And now Brown will give it to Pierce, and then Pierce cross court to Howard, then another cross court, but gets stolen by Chapman. And Chapman will go up for 2, misses, but Williams recovers his rebound midair and shoots 2, gets it good. Pierce, and Pierce was driving down in the paint, and then their coach calls Taylorville coach calls a timeout. You got to regroup there. There were multiple times they had chances to score to get more points on the board, but a couple steals, a couple really good plays there by Limestone, and now they're down by 6. What should they do? Person I'm not sitting next to. Good analysis. Oh boy. Coming out of the timeout, Taylorville will sub out Baron Odom and Clark Durbin for Owen Yonker and Cade Beckmeyer. They're going to need some more defense here, which is probably why they brought in Beckmeyer. Now Pierce to bring in the ball. We'll give it to Howard, and Howard drives down into the paint, goes for 2, does not get it, bounces around the rim, and a foul was called there on Limestone, and Drake Howard will go to the line to shoot 2, or to shoot some free throws. Howard's first shot is up, and it's good. Howard's been one of the best players for Taylorville during this not just for the tournament, but this entire season. And Taylorville has really turned it around. They started off a little cold there, but have gone on and done really well. And Drake Howard's second shot was good, and there were a couple subs that I did not see. Graham was subbed in, and Sanders was subbed in for Limestone. Graham to bring it in. Taylorville playing some tight defense, finds Sprout eventually, then to Sanders, and now back out to Chapman. Chapman around half court, gives it to Sanders, who stays in half court. Calls out for Chapman, does find him. Chapman moving around, gets a screen, and now to Sanders. Sanders finds Graham in the corner, goes 3, bounces around in the rim, eventually goes out, but Limestone recovers. Goes Sprout for a 2, does not get it. Beckmeyer rebounds, and he'll just hand it off to Howard. Howard cutting in, gets the ball kind of taken away from him, but they will call a foul on Limestone. That's their team 4th. Number 32, Bryce Chapman, his first, team 4th. And Owen Yonker to pass it in. Finds Howard in the paint. Howard shoots 2. Howard gets it. 11-13, a minute 45 left. Graham goes out, back out to Sanders. And then he'll find Chapman. He finds Sprout in the middle. Then Sprout will go back out to Chapman. Chapman finds Graham in the corner. Decides not to shoot. And then Sanders has it. We'll find Williams. Back to Sanders, and then they'll find Sprout in the middle. Sprout shoots 2, bounces around a little bit in the rim, but does go down like a spoonful of sugar. And now Drake Howard will give it to Malik Pierce. Oh, Pierce tries getting it to Owen Yonker, but Sanders swats the ball, but it hits off a Limestone's player's foot, and it'll go out of bounds. Oh, or no, they're saying that Taylorville touched it last. And now they'll sub out Brock Brown for Baron Odom and Owen Yonker for Clark Durbin. Durbin covering Sanders. Sanders goes cross court to Powell, and Powell gets it inside to Williams, and Williams shoots two, doesn't get it, gets swatted by a Taylorville guy. I couldn't really see who, but it will remain, it goes out of bounds, and it will remain Limestone ball. Sanders in the corner, shoots three, doesn't get it, bouncing around in Graham's hands, just like a hot potato. Eventually does bring it down, but will get smacked out of his hands and then out of bounds. So Graham to bring it back out. You'll find Sanders on the other side of the court. Now Sanders bringing it in. Finds Powell. Oh, gets taken away by Drake Howard. Drake Howard with the layup too. 35 seconds left. Drake Howard with 11 points. Taylorville has 13. The only other person to score was Clark Durbin. Now Graham finds Williams in the corner. Now back out to Graham. Then he passes it back out to Graham. Then he passes it back into Williams. And they'll call, I think, a foul on, Taylorville. Cade Beckmeyer on the foul there. His first, team third. 16.9 seconds here. Taylorville down by 2 as Limestone gets it to Sanders. Sanders to Powell inside, then he'll cut it back outside. Goes to Williams, and that will be a foul on Owen Yonker, his first. Owen Yonker kind of just grabbed him there. He kind of just hugged him. From the perspective I saw, it kind of looked like he just gave him a big old hug. Now, Sprout out to Sanders. Sanders finds Graham on the inside, but is getting some tight coverage from 4 different Taylorville defenders. And Owen Yonker and Sanders both went for the ball, but time expired, and neither of them could do anything with it. So, at the end of the first quarter, Taylorville is down by 2, 13-15. And Drake Howard with 11 points. That is basically 90% of Taylorville's points. The only other person to score for Taylorville was Clark Durbin on that early 2. Limestone, they've had a couple of guys score, but some big names are Alec Williams with 6 and Logan Sprout with 5. Honestly, both these teams have been playing very good, both defensively and I would say offensively. Specifically Drake Howard, because he's the only player right now to have double-digit points, and that was in 1 quarter. He is a key factor for this team. And I was talking about earlier how Brock Brown and Drake Howard have been the 2 most important players for this team. But they don't have Drake Howard out here at the start of the second quarter. Instead, they'll have Cade Beckmeyer, Clark Durbin, Brock Brown, Malik Pierce, and Baron Odom. And now Sanders gets it out to Chapman. And Chapman gets it to Taylorville's side, but with a pass to Sprout. Now Chapman in the corner. Gets it taken away by Brock Brown. Brock Brown goes for the dunk, doesn't get it, but Malik Pierce swats it back out to Brock Brown. Odom shoots a 3, doesn't get it, Limestone ball. Brock Brown wanted that dunk so bad, and he did. Oh, that would have been so cool. Oh. Now Chapman to bring it back in bounds with Brock Brown defending Logan Sprout and Clark Durbin playing some somewhat loose coverage on Sanders. And they'll give it to him. Then he'll give it back out to Chapman, and then Chapman will say, "Here, take it back." Oh, a tip pass. Chapman, Williams wide open. Wow, a really good play set up by a tipped pass. Now Pierce to Durbin. Durbin gets the ball swatted, and Sanders tries to get the ball back, but it will go out of bounds. He'll go out of bounds with the ball, and Taylorville will regain possession. Baron Odom to bring it in. Some really good play there by by Sanders there, and some real good grit as Howard gets the ball tipped, and it will go out of bounds again, and it will remain Taylorville ball again, with Odom bringing it out again. Odom back out to Howard again. Now Howard to Brown, then back to Howard. Now to Pierce. Pierce shooting a cross-court shot. Brock Brown with a corner three to slim the lead down to 1. Brock Brown with his first points of the game, and it's a corner three. Now Sanders cross-court to Sprout, and then Sprout still in midair gives it to Queen. Queen finds Cow on the inside, and then Sanders moving around, passes it cross-court to Queen. Queen does not get the three, and Clark Durbin rebounds, and now he'll be goes into the paint, shoots two, gets it. Taylorville takes the lead. Clark Durbin with a really good play there, and now Taylorville takes the lead. Cow in the paint, gets the ball puts the ball on the court, and he'll miraculously make that shot, but it will stand. It will stand, and he'll get an and one attempt. Very back and forth this second quarter, with both offenses looking very well. Baron Odom with his first foul of the day. Team's second of the quarter. As Cow's and one shot is up and good. Now they have a 2-point lead. Howard will just give it to Pierce, and Pierce gives it back out to Howard. Then Howard to Pierce again. Now Pierce driving inside, finds Odom, and then he'll give it out to Durbin, and Durbin will throw a cross-court shot to Brown. Oh, and he gets shoved to the ground, and that's the second time he's been thrown into the court, getting a face full of ground. All right, Howard to inbound the ball. Howard still looking, tries to find Odom, but the ball keeps bouncing around, and Odom with a hero ball attempt gets it out to Malik Pierce before it goes out of bounds. Now Howard to Brown, then back to Howard. Howard going inside, tries to get it to Pierce on the outside, and by the look of things, that'll be a foul on Limestone. Yep, a foul on Limestone. Queen, his third, team's second of the quarter. Howard to inbound it, finds Brown in the corner, then he'll drive up, goes for a layup, two, doesn't get it, almost rebounds his own, but Sanders eventually gets it. And now Sanders with some tight coverage finds Coe on the other side. Coe shoots for a layup and gets it in. It's a 4-point lead. Oh, and the ball nearly gets stolen trying to get it Brock Brown. Oh, Pierce tried getting it to Durbin and gets picked off. And now Chapman misses his shot. And now Brock Brown. Go, Clark Durbin. Another layup too. Wow, this game is moving fast. Sanders almost tries to catch it, doesn't, and then he rebounds it, his own jumble or mumble, I don't know. Coe, looks like there was a foul there. Yep, on Drake Howard. Man, I can't even keep up with all that's happening. There's so much going on, and now Taylorville will sub out Malik Pierce and Clark Durbin for Shea Champley and Owen Yonker. Sprout with it, gives it out to Coe in the deep middle. Then he'll go to Graham on the right-hand side. Graham will find Chapman, and then Chapman will find 33, Williams. Williams looking around, finds Graham. Oh, did he step out of bounds? I think they're saying he did. Nope, never mind. Drake Howard gets another foul, his third of the day, and he'll be subbed out for Malik Pierce. A very short break for Pierce. Graham going out to Sprout, and then Sprout will give it back to him. Now to Coe in roughly the corner, then to Chapman in the middle, then to Williams on the right-hand side, then back out to Cow. Gets his ball, his pass got tipped up. I'm stuttering. Oh, geez. I'm stuttering. Shea Champley tipped the ball out of bounds, and Limestone will get it back. Oh, Chapman with a long cross-court shot, and he just overshot Graham, and it goes out of bounds. Get what he was trying to go there. He was like the only guy that was open, but he put a little too much strength in that as Champley gets it out to Pierce, and Pierce looking around, trying to juke out some defenders. Finds Owen Yonker in the corner. He steps up, goes for two, overshoots it, and falls into the hands of Sprout. And now Sprout will pass it off to Graham. Graham with like two guys on him. He'll find Williams, and Williams shoots a three, does not get it, rebounded by Odom. And then he'll give it out to Pierce. Pierce looking, finds Brown. Brown will shoot a long two, doesn't get it. Rebounded by Williams, and Williams driving down the court. Williams finds Malik Pierce by mistake, and Malik Pierce going up for two, does not get it. Some hero ball there by Brock Brown. Owen Yonker now has it, and Baron Odom in the middle, and then he'll give it to Pierce. Pierce shoots a three, does not get it, and it will remain Taylorville ball. Couldn't exactly see what happened. I did see the aftermath, though. Odom was lying on the ground, looking at the ref, asking, where's the foul? And now Owen Yonker to bring it in. Yonker trying to find someone, anyone, eventually finds Brock Brown. And Brown steps inside, tries shooting a two. He doesn't get it, but he will get two free throws. Wow. He was trying to lift his hands up, made it look like a granny shot, but his hands got hit, so he couldn't shoot it, and now he has two free throws. Brock Brown, his first free throw will be up, and it's good. Gets this next one, and we have a tie game, but right now we're down by one. Yonker and Odom will fade back as Pierce to cover someone to cover Sprout outside. Brock Brown's second shot is also good, and now we have a tie game, 22-all. Williams tries to get it to Graham, finds Champley to Brown, and Brown with two. Oh, wow. What a turn of events there as he overshoots Graham and goes into the hands of Owen Yonker. Now Powell will get it to Williams. Williams driving up, finds Graham. He fakes the shot, then will go up inside, two, overshoots, goes into Malik Pierce's lap. Now Pierce finds Yonker on the outside. Yonker does not get it. Limestone recovers, and now Graham driving down, passes it to Williams. Williams gets the two. Wait. Yeah, he does get the two, and that'll be Taylorville's fifth team foul and Owen Yonker's second. I'm not sure if that means he has one or two free throw attempts. That means he has one, and Limestone will get the ball back. Well, Limestone made the shot. Never mind. Whatever. And Clark Durbin will sub out Owen Yonker. Two minutes left in the second quarter. Taylorville down by one. as Pierce gets the ball popped out, but recovers it, and Pierce gets it kind of inside the paint, then finds Durbin on the other side of the court, gets it inside to Brown, and there will be a foul. Brown, the third time he's been thrown to the ground, and that means 2 free throw shots for Brock Brown. Brown starting to ramp things up since Drake Howard has been taking it. Drake Howard hasn't been ejected. He still has 1 foul left, but he does have 4, and they don't want to risk it this early in the game. Brown, his first shot, bounces around a little on the net, but eventually does go in. And Limestone will sub in Williams for Sprout. I didn't even realize they did that. And Brock Brown's second shot, no good, falls into the hands of Williams, and Williams will get it out to Sanders. Sanders back out to Williams, and then he'll give it to Powell on the right, gives it back to Williams in the inside, and then Malik Pierce with a behind-the-back shot, but it was already out of bounds. And by the look of things, Limestone will have it. Or not. Shea Champley being replaced by Cade Beckmeyer, and yep, Limestone will have the ball. Graham finds Coe, and then Coe finds Powell, and then Graham will shoot 3, doesn't get it. Williams rebounds it, goes up for 2 and gets swatted, but they're gonna call it a foul instead of a swat. That is another foul for Taylorville. There's been a lot of fouls this quarter as Williams' shot is good. He has 1 more shot. Baron Odom was the person who drew the foul. And Williams' second shot is no good. Falls in the hands of Baron Odom. And there will be a foul on Limestone. Caleb Powell. And now Baron Odom, who just caused a foul, will now get to shoot the free throws because of a foul. Odom's first shot is nothing but net. Beautiful shot there by Odom, and he gets his first points of the day. Tying up the game. 1:29 left here in the second quarter. We have a tie game. Odom has 1 more free throw. And it's good. Taylorville with a 1-point lead. Now Sanders looking around, eventually does find Williams, and then he'll get it to Powell. Powell throws it to the other side of the court to Graham, and then he'll go inside to Cow. Cow shoots 2, doesn't get it. Malik Pierce rebounds, and with 1:10 left, Pierce to bring it out into the other side of the court. Pierce dumps it off to Durbin, and Durbin goes inside. Oh, it was a foul there, or not. He hit off the backboard, and it went in, but it didn't count. And now Cade Beckmeyer to bring it in, or to toss it in. Clark Durbin with a one-handed catch finds Beckmeyer in the paint, and Beckmeyer doesn't get it. Oh, so close. Now Cow driving in, goes back out to the corner, then finds William in the paint. Williams goes back outside. We'll find Graham. Graham fakes the pass, then he'll go up for 2, gets it, it's good, and the lead was taken back. Now Brown, with 30 seconds left, will go out to Pierce, and Pierce on his own side of the court will find Brown on the other side, and Brown in the paint gets it out to Clark Durbin. Durbin will find Pierce on the right-hand side, and Malik Pierce gets the ball sort of tipped away from him, and he tries bringing it back inbounds, but it goes to Limestone. And Limestone, goes out of bounds with 2 seconds left, but will it go back to Limestone? I think. Nope, never mind. It'll be Taylorville ball. They got to find someone and make like a last-second shot there. Pierce goes for a buzzer beater, hits the top of the backboard, and that's halftime. Taylorville currently trails by 1. Taylorville currently trails by 1, 27-28. Brock Brown with 8. Drake Howard with 11. Clark Durbin with 6. Baron Odom with 2. And then a couple others that made some pretty good plays. And I'll be off for a little. We'll be sending it back to our amazing talent. And see you in the second half.
It's been a very physical first half on both sides of the court with a final score of Taylorville 27, Limestone 28. Make sure to stay tuned for all the second half action.
Carolers singing, sleigh bells are ringing. It's that time of year. Everyone's toasting, chestnuts are roasting. Christmas time is here. Something's missing, and I'm wishing that you knew how much it would mean to spend this Christmas time with you. So if you feel it coming on this special day, just trust your heart, don't let your head get in the way. 'Cause it's Christmas and the start of something new. But it's Christmas and I hope you feel it too. Candy canes and mistletoe, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, but all of it means nothing without you.
Your award-winning Taylorville dance team.
Welcome back, folks, to Tommy TV. We are about to get underway in the second half. If you are just tuning in, Taylorville is currently down 27-28, with the leading scorers being Drake Howard with 11, but he does have 4 fouls, which we'll talk about later, and Brock Brown with 8 points. And a couple other guys, Clark Durbin with 6 and Baron Odom with 2. But a big thing here for both teams really have been the fouls. The amount of fouls has been absolutely insane. Both had well over 5 fouls in the second quarter, and then both teams were incredibly close to getting free throw shots after any foul in the first quarter. What both teams need to do is, stop doing that. They need to stop drawing fouls by either being a little less obvious with their fouls, or they just need to start playing more clean. But that's obviously a hard task. Taylorville's been putting up a really good fight against a team that put up a really good fight against a team that blew them out. That's a lot. That's a mouthful. We're 20 seconds away from the second half, as Coach Brown giving his players some inspirational words right before they're about to go out, and same thing with Limestone's coach. By the look of things, both teams are going to stick to a similar lineup to what they had previously. Taylorville will go out with Clark Durbin, Drake Howard, Baron Odom, Malik Pierce, and Brock Brown. Limestone with Preston Queen, Logan Sprout, Jalen Coe, Alec Williams, and Bryce Campbell. Chapman. Never mind. Sprout, Queen, and then Queen back out to Chapman. Chapman finds Williams in the corner, and then he goes to Cow in the middle. And Queen finds Sprout. Sprout with that is a 2, not a 3. I thought it was a 3. Now Howard going out. He speeds up and slows down. Now Howard looking around. Eventually finds Odom. And Odom will go to Durbin in the corner. He'll go up, and it will be a foul against number 44, Jalen Cow. And that'll be 2 free throws for Clark Durbin. I was talking about this earlier, about limiting the fouls. And 45 seconds into the third quarter, Limestone immediately gets a foul. Durbin's first shot is no good. But, it's not too bad. They're only down by, really just one 3-point shot. And Durbin's second shot will be nothing but net. So they're down by 2. And Williams tries to get it to Queen, and it goes out of bounds, but they're saying Baron Odom pushed him. So that's his 3rd foul of the day. Another foul there, and Sprout will find Williams in the corner, then do Sprout, then to Queen, and then back out to Chapman. Sprout finds Williams in the corner, and looks like Limestone will call a timeout. I don't know why specifically you'd call a timeout there, but I'm not a basketball whiz. You'd probably want to ask LeBron James that, but he's not here. I talked about this earlier, how both teams need to limit the fouls, and they both have 1 in the first minute of the third quarter. So that's probably not a great sign. And Taylorville will stick with the same lineup, and so will Limestone. Sprout to inbound the ball. He gives it quickly to Chapman, and then Chapman to Queen. Queen looking around. Will fake it to Sprout, and then he'll get it to Chapman on the other side. Chapman moving around, goes back to Queen, and then finds Sprout in the middle. He'll go to Coe inside. He shoots to shot clock. I think that was a shot clock violation. They're saying that he was in the air. They're saying that he was shooting at the time of the stop clock, and Coach Brown is insanely mad about that. Oh, never mind. They're saying that Malik Pierce had a foul. Coach Brown is absolutely livid, very colorful right now, and that's kind of what you want to see. That's kind of what you'd expect out of a coach. I did not see a foul, and now the refs are talking about it. Oh, they're talking about who. I guess they're talking about who should be shooting the free throws. Someone yelling instant replay behind me, trying to decide what's even happening. The refs having an extensive talk. And Limestone will be shooting those two free throws, and they will be shooting Jalen Cow. I really hope I am pronouncing his name right, because I feel like I've said his name 14 different ways. His shot is good, and Taylorville now trails by 5, I think. I don't know, I can't count. Taylorville tries to get it to Howard. Pierce tried to get it to Howard, and it will be swatted by Chapman. And the refs are pointing for Taylorville to get it. Odom to bring the ball in. He'll go to Howard. Howard mumbles the ball a little bit. Then he'll go inside, shoots 2, rolls around the rim, doesn't get it. Odom with a really high layup, and it does go in. Now Sprout bringing it out, goes to Queen, and then Queen loses the ball. Pierce grabs it. Jump ball. They'll call it jump ball and Taylorville ball. And Queen injured? No, he just had his arm wrapped around Clark Durbin's leg. Durbin and Cal having a nice little chat there. And now Brown to inbound the ball. Brown goes immediately to Howard, because of course Howard looking, roaming, and they'll call that a foul on Limestone. That's Bryce Chapman, his personal third, team's second in the quarter. Odom to bring it in. Taylor kind of talking to each other, and to Howard. Howard gets it to Odom, and then Pierce in the middle, shoots 3, doesn't get it. Cal rebounds his shot. No Taylorville defender, no Taylorville guy was even near it. And now Sanders gets it inside to Cal. Cal goes outside. Oh, and they'll call a travel on Cal. Lucky break there for Taylorville, because kind of lucky that he kind of just started leaning back. Howard going up. Howard staring Sanders in the face, and he loses the ball, and it'll fall into the hands of Graham. Graham finds Cal inside. He shoots, he misses, and now Sprout for a 3 gets tipped up in the air by Brown, and then he'll give it to Durbin, and Durbin shoots an easy layup too to cut the lead down to 1. Oh, and a foul we called there on Drake Howard. Did say he had 4 fouls. Apparently they took one of them back, and now he does have 4. Or not. I don't know. Looks like they may have messed up. Looks like he may actually does have 5 because they're subbing him out for Owen Yonker. Clark Durbin defending Sanders. He'll find Sprout, and then he'll give it back out to Sanders, and then he'll give it to Graham. Graham will find Williams in the corner, and then he'll go inside to Cal. Cal looking to shoot, doesn't get it, passes it outside to Sanders. Sanders hits the rim, and it'll fall in the hands of Williams, and Williams looking to shoot, and they'll call a foul on Owen Yonker, his 3rd, team 4th. And Williams will get 2 free throws. It's the game of fouls here because there are a lot. There are a lot of them. Taylorville calls a timeout, and Coach Ryan Brown trying to get them to finally do something other than foul. And obviously that is a joke. Obviously that's a joke there, but you know, they need to cut down on these fouls. We're not even halfway through the 4th. We're not even halfway through the 3rd quarter, and they already have 4 fouls. They'll have to go almost 5 minutes without a foul, so they don't get free throws. Taylorville having an extensive talk, and they will keep the same lineup to what they had before having the timeout. Williams will still be shooting those free throws. And I wonder if Purple Rain's going to scream. Not this time, but it doesn't matter because Williams misses his first free throw. And Purple Rain starting to go ooh, getting their oohs and ahs out real quick. Now Williams' second shot is good, extending the lead to 2. Brown will give it to Pierce. And Pierce moving around, gets it out to Brown with a really nice pass there around Williams' body. Now Brown to Odom in the corner. Odom goes outside of the corner. Then two Taylorville guys get it, and Owen Yonker will give it out to Brock Brown. He'll shoot a corner 3, does not get it. And that's another foul. Team fifth for Taylorville. Malik Pierce's 2nd of the day. He's been one of the cleaner guys other than Brock Brown and Clark Durbin, who surprisingly has 0 fouls. He has been the cleanest player for Taylorville today. Well, who's had like a significant amount of playing time. Graham's first shot rolls in and out of the net. Just really unlucky shot there. And Graham's 2nd attempt. They're gonna, was Odom pushed or Odom talking to the ref? It looks like he said that he pushed me. Not really what you want to see there, but the refs will call on Odom anyway. Now Graham with another shot, and he got that one. So an unfortunate turn of events turns into them getting 1 more point. Brown to Durbin. Durbin finds Pierce with a ground pass. I don't know what you actually call it. And now the ball's sort of like hopping around, and Sanders will drive down. And Sanders finds Coe in the paint. He'll go up, misses it. Yonker rebounds, and Yonker moving around finds Brock Brown. Brown back out to Yonker with Odom in front of him. Yonker looking around, finds Clark Durbin in the middle, or at the outside. Never mind, he shot a 3. That's 12 points for Clark Durbin. 0 fouls, one of the cleanest players, and double digits. And now I think he has more points than Drake Howard. Now, tied here, Sanders to Graham, and then we'll get Coe in the paint. Now Sanders back out to Graham, and it'll get Clark Durbin extends his hand, and it hits the top of his arm, and it will go out of bounds. And it will remain Limestone ball, but a really good play there by Clark Durbin. And now Cade Beckmeyer coming in for Baron Odom. 10 seconds on the shot clock here, so Limestone will have to work fast. Sprout again finds Williams, and he'll go to Sanders. Sanders will shoot a 3. Oh, sinks it right in. A beauty there for the long 3. And Pierce looking, driving down, tries to get it to Durbin, doesn't, gets tipped in the air and goes into Sanders' hands. Now to Sprout. Sprout going up, goes for 2, doesn't get it. Williams with a really nice catch there, but they'll call travel, and Brock Brown is on the ground again. Brock Brown holding his face. He's up, and he'll inbound the ball. I guess he's checking if he has any loose teeth. Don't want to be out here looking like one of those kids from the 1980s Christmas movies. Brown to Pierce. Pierce driving down, trying not to get the ball tipped away this time. Now Pierce. Pierce tries to get it to Yonker, and Yonker kind of just throws it over his head, but his toe just touches the ground, so it'll go to Limestone. Now, Graham in the corner will give it to Sprout, and then he'll toss it to the other side for Sanders, and then he'll give it to the other side again to Graham, and he'll find Sprout in the middle, finds Queen the fake, and then rebounds his own missed shot. And then just over and over and over and over. He just keeps shooting. I mean, he kept getting that ball every time. You got to give him a chance. Oh, there's a foul. Did not realize there was a foul. Okay, well, Alec Williams to shoot more free throws. And his first shot's good. Taylorville currently down by 4. They're going to need to start with, and his second shot's good. That puts 40 on the board for Limestone. Brock Brown finds Malik Pierce, and Pierce driving down. Very fast, and will get a foul. He does make the layup, but, you know, that was way before he even got the shoot. That was Logan Sprout, his 3rd, and Owen Yonker to inbound the ball. Yonker, just give it to Pierce. Pierce back at it. Oh, loses the ball trying to get it in between his legs, and then he'll be able to rebound it. Brock Brown shoots 3. Oh, just barely hits the rim. Oh. Now Limestone has it. Williams goes to the other side of the court to Sanders, and Sanders will go to Queen out to Williams, the right. We'll go back out to Queen, and then to Sanders, and then to Powell in the corner. Then Powell will shoot across the side to Queen, will pass. And now Sanders driving up, will try to shoot 2, doesn't get it. Goes into the hands of Coe, and Coe a behind the head shot for 2. Wow, what a really good shot there. Wow, I can't believe he made that. Malik Pierce to bring it out. Pierce sort of slowing down, finds Brown. Brown going up. Brown stops and shoots 2. It bounces off the rim and then bounces in the net. Clark Durbin going on Queen, and down to Powell, and then back to Queen. Now to Sanders, and now Williams in the corner. He'll drive up and then out to Sanders. And a double dribble there by Kamar Sanders. I would call that a freshman mistake, but he is a senior, so senior mistake. And now Clark Durbin and Shea Champley will come in for Cade Beckmeyer and Owen Yonker. Brock Brown will toss it into Shea Champley. And then Champley to Pierce. Pierce driving up, tries to get it to Brock Brown, gets tipped, but it will be a foul on Sanders, it looks like. Yeah, was a foul on Sanders. 35 seconds here, Taylorville down by 5. I can't count to save my life. Now Pierce going up, finds Odom in the corner, then goes to, then a shot to Durbin, then to Brown, then to Malik Pierce in the corner. Oh, corner 3, like the glitch from the old NBA game. From the old NBA game, the corner 3 glitch. Powell gets to Graham. Now Graham to Sanders, finds Coe in the middle. Fighting around, Williams does get it. Pierce, shoot, please. Nope. Didn't see how much time he had left there. And time runs out there. Taylorville is now down by 4, 40-44. Again, another foul, a lot of fouls, specifically by Taylorville. Like, I mean, Limestone had 4, but that's okay. With Taylorville, they had well over 5. And with Drake Howard with 4 or 5 because the board, I guess. And yeah, Drake Howard has 4. He cannot commit another penalty. He cannot if he wants to stay in this game. And they're gonna need it because him and Clark Durbin are the leading. Clark Durbin with 12, Drake Howard with 11, and then Brock Brown with 10. Very kind of like a flight of stairs. Oop, step 10, step 11, step 12. Those 3 have been on fire tonight. And for Limestone, Alec Williams with 17 and Jalen Cow with 14. And Logan Sprout with 7. Some big hitters here. But, you know, also, wow, surprisingly, Alec Williams has 0 fouls on him. And he's the leading scorer, so really good for them. Same thing with Clark Durbin. Champman. Back to Queen. Just moving around, tries to get it to Williams inside, but can't. Then he'll just give it to Williams on the outside, and then he'll give it back to Queen. Champman finds Sprout in the corner. He gets it to Cone. Oh, never mind, that's not Cone, that's Williams. And that's another foul. That's another foul on Taylorville. Wow. And that's Clark Durbin's first. Wow. His first foul of the day in a foul-ridden game. Williams' first shot is no good, and that's, I mean, he's had a couple of good free throws, had a couple of missed ones, but overall he's been decent from the line. His second shot is no good. I may have jinxed him there, sorry. Howard. Moving, finds Champley. Champley gets stopped, has to find someone. Gets to Howard, and Howard going up. Just, he throws it into Queen's chest, and it'll, oh, that'll be a Taylorville foul on, by the looks of things, Drake Howard. And they're going to have to take him out of the game. Malik Pierce. Honestly, I don't know how that was a foul. I mean, it looked clean to me, but whatever. All right, Sprout to Chapman. Chapman out to Queen. Queen looking, tries to get in, can't. Trolling, finds Coe, and then he'll find Williams. Or Khan, I don't care. Or Cal, whatever. Cal to Queen on the other side, to Williams, and an easy layup for Williams there. And he almost has 20 on the day. Taylorville trails by 6 with 6:43 left. Champley trying to find someone, anyone. Tries to go up, then we'll find Brock Brown. Brock Brown shoots a 3, undershot, goes to Sprout. Sprout to Queen, and then Queen to Williams in the corner. Then he'll pass it back out to Queen, and then he'll give it back to Williams in the corner. Again, and out to Coe inside, and now back out to Williams again, and then to Coe again, or Cow. I can't remember names to save my life, golly. And Taylorville gets to inbound the ball. Champley will give it back to Brown. Brown with a one-handed snag. Brown loses the ball, goes to Williams. Williams finds Chapman. Chapman moving around, and he gets 2. That's Chapman's first points of the game, and in a big time points really. And now their lead extends to 8. 5:52 left. Drake Howard has 5 fouls, so he is done, I'm pretty sure. Clark Durbin with his first foul in this quarter, his first foul of the day, or of the game. Brock Brown has 2. Pierce has 2. I may have already said this, but Baron Odom has 3. And Taylorville's not out of it, definitely not, but they need, this entire game has just been filled to the absolute brim with fouls. Like if they had a jar, it'd be overflowing. Because golly, there are a lot of fouls. I think after the first quarter, Taylorville has had at least 5 fouls every quarter, except for the first. And this right now, but that might change. Champley moving down, finds Odom in the corner. Odom back out to Brown in the middle 3-point range. And now Brown to Champley. Champley cutting in. Champley decides not to shoot, and it's a mistake because he's called for traveling. Oh man, that sucks. Now Clark Durbin will be trying to defend whoever's going to get the ball. It will not work. They need more people than that. Sprout to Queen. Queen to Chapman. Chapman and Sprout in the corner. Then we'll go to Williams in the middle. Then finds Coe. Cal. He goes for... Does that count? It does not count, but they will give Cal 2 free throw shots. That's Owen Yonkers' 4th. You don't want to have a game. You don't want the game, especially an important game where you're competing for 3rd place, to end up having 2 guys being taken out because of fouls. Cal's first shot was good, and his second shot will also be good, extending their lead to 10, extending Limestone's lead to 10. Now Malik Pierce. looking, finds Yonker in the corner. Yonker overshoots, falls into the hands of Cal. Now Cal will just dump it off to Queen, and then Queen to Williams in the corner, then to Sprout, which will stay in the corner. Williams goes to the other side to Chapman, and then Chapman will go to inside to Cal. Pierce launches it up, and it's a battle between two 44s. It's a jump ball and Taylorville ball. Jump ball, Taylorville. Good. Sanders will come in for Queen, and Brock Brown will try to inbound the ball for Taylorville. Brown just gives it to Owen Yonker. He's the only guy open. Then Yonker will give it back to Brown. Brown will give it to Durbin. Durbin driving up, spins around, finds Pierce. Pierce goes up, does not get it, but Owen Yonker rebounds. And will they call a foul? They'll call a foul on Limestone. That's their first of the quarter. They've been a lot more disciplined this quarter than the other 3 quarters. Now Owen Yonker to inbound it. That a 5-second violation, or is that some kind of push off? Oh, nope, it's a Limestone foul, and they'll get another shot there. Williams with a second. Yonker finds Brown, and Brown hits off the toe of Chapman, but it'll go into Pierce's hands anyway. Pierce finds Brown, and then Brown trying to work with something. Finds Clark, almost got stolen. Durbin does not get it. Williams, Chapman, and Odom draws a foul. Yep, he does draw a foul there. Kind of just kind of grabbed him and then got whipped around. Will they call that a 2-point? Nope, they will not. They will call it they will not call it to where he was shooting during it. So Sprout will get it. Oh, stolen! Williams tried to get it in there, and he definitely would have scored. But fortunately, he missed the shot, and Clark Durbin got it. Now Owen Yonker up for 2, doesn't get it. Oh, it gets knocked out of Sprout's hands. Then, Clark Durbin, he tried passing it to Brock Brown, and it slips through his hands. Oh, wow. Heartbreaking there. They could have scored there. But Brock Brown, it just let it slip through his hands. Sprout to Chapman. And now back to Sprout. Sprout driving up. Oh, goes into the hands of Yonker, and then the Durbin. Durbin goes up. Durbin, he misses the first time, but gets it again. Oh, but they're not gonna call it. Oh, no. They're gonna say it's Limestone's ball. Oh, man. How unfortunate. Ooh. It's really unlucky there. Now Sanders. And there'll be a foul there. Yep. That's Clark Durbin, second, team 5th. And once again, Limestone will get to shoot free throws. This time, Sanders gets to do it. That's another quarter where they have at least 5 fouls. So, not a super clean day here for either team, really. Sanders' first shot is good, and that extends the lead to over 10, 11. Man. Sanders, his second shot is also good. 12-point lead with 3:13 left. Brown finds Yonker, and then back to Brown. Brock Brown tells Yonker to go deep. Then he'll find Odom in the corner. Odom will go out to Durbin, and then Durbin tells Yonker to go in. Tries to get it to Baron Odom and too high. Brock Brown, oh, it's going all over the place. Williams has it now, and Sanders in the corner. And Brock Brown throws Sanders to the ground, and now went to go give him a hug. And now the ball's on the opposite side of the court. And they're gonna call a timeout there. And Sanders is going to be able to shoot free throws after the timeout. Honestly, without the insane amount of fouls, Taylorville is maybe down by one. Maybe one. Or maybe they have the lead. I don't know. But they've had over 15 fouls in the last... This whole game, they've had, I think, maybe over 30 total fouls. I mean, absolutely insane. I mean, you look at it here, their lineup right now. Owen Yonker with 4, Brock Brown with 3, Malik Pierce with 2, Clark Durbin with 2, and Baron Odom with 4, and Drake Howard with 5, so he's out. And then other guys like Cade Beckmeyer also have fouls. So overall, next time, tomorrow, they have to be more disciplined. If they're not disciplined, they're not gonna be able to win. I mean, especially with a team that you have yet to face, and a team you haven't got to see a lot really, since you've only faced teams in the purple pool. Sanders' first shot is up and good. That gives him 6 on the day and a 13-point lead to go with it. Sanders' second shot will be no good, but it goes to Sprout. And Sprout going out to Graham, and then to a deepish shot to Sanders, or pass. Now he'll find Williams inside, then back out to Graham, then to Sanders again. Sanders cuts in, finds Williams out, thinking 2, but decide not to. Graham out to Sanders again. Sanders going in again. This time he shoots, and this time Brock Brown gets it. Brown to Pierce. Pierce going up. Pierce looking around. Owen Yonker to Clark Durbin. Durbin telling guys to go. Baron Odom now telling Durbin to go. Brock Brown gets a screen, goes up for 2, gets it good. Now they're over 40 points, 42. Now he has 12 on the day. Sprout here, going, finds Sanders. And Sanders trips and falls, but gets it to Chapman. Chapman goes up, goes for 2, bounces around, doesn't get it. Pierce rebounds. And Malik Pierce spinning around, finds Yonker. Yonker going up, goes for 2, doesn't get it. But they draw a foul, and Owen Yonker will get to shoot for 2 free throws. Owen Yonker has yet to have a point in this game, but this can give him a good opportunity to have that. His first shot is nothing but net. Went down like a spoonful of sugar. Now, for a second shot, to get the lead, to shorten the lead back down to single digits. His second shot is no good, and it gets tipped up, and it will be like, nope, Taylorville ball. It's kind of weird there because both Malik Pierce and a Limestone defender both tipped it up out of bounds. Pierce, they'll call a foul. Yep, a foul on Limestone. And it will go back to Taylorville. Count as a shot. That's Caleb Powell with his second of the day. Pierce driving up, spins around, gets the 2. And this game isn't quite over yet. I ain't hearing no fat lady. As Queen getting quadruple teamed. Brock Brown gets it out of bounds and it will remain Limestone ball. Gets it to Clark. Well, he tries to get it to, They knocked over one of the coaches' chairs, and ooh, I hope everyone's okay. Yep, they knocked down one of the coaches. Limestone, Sprout, Powell out to Williams in the corner. Now Williams looking around. There will be a foul and 2 free throws to go with it. Williams, he's been to the line a lot today. I'm not sure exactly how much. Let's just say a lot. As his first shot will be no good. And now Shea Champley will go in to sub out Owen Yonker. Williams, his second shot, will also be no good. And Odom bouncing it around. And Champley to Durbin. And then Brown in the corner. Oh, goes in and out of the net. And it will go to Limestone. Wow. You can't get more unlucky than that. When it goes in and it just rolls back out, that absolutely sucks. And now Clark Durbin had another foul, his third. Had 0 before this quarter and now has 3. And now Queen will go to shoot here. First shot. Hits off the back of the rim and then goes in. Now Queen will have his second shot. Looking at the ball, then looking at the net, he'll shoot. It's good. Lead back up to double digits. Now Champley to Odom. And Odom goes 3, doesn't get it. Clark Durbin almost had a spectacular catch, but he ended up accidentally sitting on Queen's head midair, and that's a foul on Limestone. Now Clark Durbin will get 2 free throw shots. And I think that's, well, I guess it's Limestone's 4th. I thought it was their 5th. Durbin's first shot. It's good. Sending the lead down to 9. 28.4 seconds left. With Clark Durbin being Taylorville's leading scorer. With 14. Now Queen bring it out, will shoot it to Powell. And with that, the game is probably over. Queen looking around. Brock Brown, smart little foul there, but he's out of the game. He's out of the game, and they'll put in Beckmeyer to replace him. A good effort there by Brown, sacrificing the last of his playing time to try to give Taylorville a chance. As Queen's first shot bounces off the back of the rim, and this time he's not so lucky. As it goes to the right. Queen's second shot will be no good. Beckmeyer to Pierce, and Pierce going up. Nope, he gives it to Champley. Champley shooting 3, does not get it. It falls in the hands of Sprout, and Sprout will hold on to it. That's the end of the game here. Final score, Taylorville 47, Limestone 55. Leading scorer for Taylorville was Clark Durbin with 14. And leading scorer for Limestone was Alec Williams with 19. We saw this game was prolonged a lot due to the insane amount of fouls. It's absolutely insane. I'll be going off soon, but I'll just keep yapping. Taylorville, they'll be falling down to, I think, the 5th place game now with this loss. And with that, they'll be playing, I think, at 2 tomorrow. So for that 5th place game, it is a must that they need to shorten down. They need to shorten with the amount of fouls. If they didn't have that amount of fouls, they would have won. Taylorville would have won. You shorten up on that, you win 5th place, and then you go into the next game, and then you go into your next tournament or whatever you have next. You just keep being more disciplined. That's all I got. We'll toss it back to our talent, and see you guys next time.
There was a very physical game here on the Dolph Stanley Court with a final score of 47-55, with Limestone coming out with a very hard-fought victory. We would like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast, and have a great night, Tornado Nation.
You're watching Tommy TV.